Oh man, we back, Trey.
All right. So look, we responded to people comments on the Ishowspeed video. What's the first one you got for me today?
Oh man, so yeah, man, we just posted that Ishowspeed, North African tour. We got a lot of backlash on the comment section. A lot of people shared their opinion, as always. But so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna read one of the comments out here, see how what's your response to this. Um, so we got a brother named OR 4163 in the comment section. He said, "Are you serious? When we look at the reaction to Ishowspeed's
Yeah, I'm
visit."
serious. That's why I said it. All right, let's see what else you got.
He said, when we look at the reaction to Ishowspeed's visit to North America, it is important to
North
remember.
Africa.
It is important to remember that if racism can exist in every police department in the U.S., the world's most developed country, then it's no surprise that racism can also exist in Africa. And just as black people can face discrimination from white individuals, it's crucial to recognize that discrimination can also come from black individuals towards others of different skin color. It's a complex issue that affects everyone.
Yeah, like I stated in the video, we was talking about North Africa, and you talk about police stations. Okay, the police stations here in America got a long track run and a long history of being racist. So I don't know where you're getting going with that. And then you bring up Africans or black people can be racist towards other people and towards their own. First of all, you can't be racist towards your own because it wouldn't make sense. You can be prejudiced maybe to somebody of your own race because of their religion or the way they dress or their sexuality, but you can't be racist towards them because of their race because you is the same race as them. So it's like an oxymoron or whatever. And then you brought up the fact and you said that black people discriminate against people in different countries, but what black country show racism on that level? What happened to Ishowspeed? What African nation or black nation or whatever show racism like that? In reality, a lot of black nations kind of kiss the white man ass and show white people a good time and other races a good time and try to bow to them and kowtow to them because they think they're gonna leave some money or a large tip or something like that. So I don't know what you're talking about. What's the next one?
So in that same comment, you got another user, Jeremy WV7. He said racism in the US police departments only happen in liberal cities and states. It's not every police department. Hell, it's not most police departments in the country, just the big city ones.
That's not true. It's not just in liberal cities and states. Police racism and police discrimination come in every state, liberal, conservative, however you want to put it. And so when you say it only happened in liberal cities, I don't understand that. And a lot of police stations do practice racism. I don't know how you can get past that. Black people get pulled over more than anybody, and they say we 13%, 12% of the population. So why do black people get incarcerated higher, get exonerated higher, and get pulled over more than any other race? If it ain't racism, then what is it? Classism? I don't know. We gotta look into that. What's the next one?
All right, so there was one more comment. This one was pretty long, so I probably won't read it all, but we might leave a
Okay.
screenshot. It's on the Ishowspeed video we just dropped. So it's a brother named Telltale Cell, and I'm just read a part of it. He said that this type of mindset is what's keeping a young black man like you in turmoil.
Stop. Are we gonna go? We're gonna break his down because I seen that his was long as shit. So we just gonna break it down step by step. I'm gonna just stop you when I want to interject or whatever. So you say keeping black men behind. That's not true. We must address the problem that we in to solve it. And I don't understand when you say keeping black men down. How's that keeping black men down? It don't make sense. If you address your problem, that means you can fix it. If you know your car needs tires, you keep driving and the tires go out. Now you stuck on the side of the road. When you know the tires need fixing or need to be replaced, you don't get new tires. So we must address our situation and think of a way to fix it. That's what Martin Luther King did. That's what Louis Farrakhan did. Elijah Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali, Nelson Mandela. So what are you talking about? We must address problems for a better tomorrow for our youth and us. and the elders, and I just don't understand. It don't keep you behind. What's the next one?
In that same comment, he said you're willing to spend the best years of your life trying to find out who hates and who loves you. That's a dead end street with
Pause.
no exit, my brother.
Okay. So he said, I'm not trying to figure out who hate me, who love me. I know who love me. I know who hate us. Motherfucker, I was born for this. First of all, so when you say I'm trying to figure out who hate and who love us, motherfucker, you need to know who hate you and who love you. Because you might have your kids or your wife, and y'all might go to a town where they hate you, and your ass might come up missing. So you might want to see who love you and hate you. You might go to a black city or somewhere and they like you and love you. You can spend your dollars with that black company that actually love your ass. If you is a black, I don't know what you is, but you can spend your money with the people that love you and help build up their community. And you can go spend your money with some white people or whatever, racist people or whatever that really hate you. And your ass end up hanging from a tree. And we've been seeing a lot of those lately. So you need to figure out who love and who hate you. You know, you need to figure out who your fucking tribe is, especially in these times. Cause you got white supremacists walking around this motherfucker with guns and masks. So you need to find out who fucking with you, who ain't. Find your tribe. What else he say?
Black folks and brown folks are deeply intertwined in the history of Africa, making them two sides of the same coin.
When he say brown, he's not talking about Latinos. He's talking about Arabs. He's not talking about Latinos. We're going to get that right now.
He said that he's a brown Berber man from Morocco living in the United States of America. He could easily write an encyclopedia about prejudice encounters with people of different shades, but he's not looking for validation to his existence, nor would he allow a human to be and dictate his state of emotions.
Okay. You say you're not looking for validations and nothing like that. I'm a fan of history, so I like history. So I got the history bug that bit me. And you say you're a Berber. Berber is black, man. They might have changed up in the books now, but if you go get an old dictionary, you look up Moor, Berber, anything like that, or you look up somebody's swarthy skin or something like that. I mean, a black man, tardy skin. They talking about black men in the North African region. So we must clarify that, But in the history books, they might have changed it and try to whitewash it and make it seem like the Moors was some pale Arabs that was Assyrians, but they wasn't. A lot of Moors came from West Africa, Northern Africa, even Egypt. Ishowspeed even went to Egypt and he looked at the statues and she said, "Well, all the noses gone because they had Moorish noses, black noses." And then you look at Kemet, land of the blacks. That's what it mean. Egypt mean land of the blacks. The 25th dynasty, all black man. Even the pharaohs that was in the Bible in Egypt was black, Tahaka, So I'm a fan of history, man. You can't fuck with me when it comes to history. I might be rusty on some things, but you can't fuck with me. What else he say?
He said, so going back to the Ishowspeed situation, he said, I saw with my own eyes how kids in Algeria were ecstatic to see Speed and interact with him with a huge smile on their faces. And he also saw what happened in the stadium, he said, which does not represent an entire country. He saw how Speed was majestically greeted in Morocco. He also saw how some Moroccans didn't give him their time of day. He said that's the duality that you should recognize. It's the same duality that was created with good and bad.
Okay. So I didn't say everybody there was racist. I'm not generalizing it, but I said this a lot. Like Muhammad, I think it was either Malcolm or Muhammad Ali. I can't think of which brother said it, but they said, I'm not about to go around a bunch of snakes or go in a pit full of snakes and trying to pick out the good ones and the bad ones. That's chaotic. What I'm saying, there was a lot of people there that was racist, and it is what it is. So, we're not about to sit here and nitpick. If you got people on a mass scale doing crazy shit, why we gonna nitpick and say, oh, he's all right. Come on, bro, get the fuck out of here. What else he said?
He said that in that video we posted that you made it seem like we North Africans have just discovered black folks, and you're definitely wrong. On another note, the Iberian Peninsula wasn't conquered by Michael or Chris, but rather Tariq and Mansour.
Yeah, Tariq, black general, Moorish general. When the Europeans described General Tariq, they said they seen a man with a black face and red eyes. So we just got to clarify that, He might have been Arab, but not no pale Arab. And you say you a brown Arab or a brown man, so Tyreek could have been your color. He could have been like one of the motherfuckers like Myron Gaines, but darker. You know, he could have been like one of them Arabs that's in Sudan right now, a black Arab. You know, he could have been somebody like that. Maybe he was, but he definitely wasn't no pale Arab. So I don't get what you're saying. What did he say? Really, the architect, or did he say something else?
About the Iberian Peninsula wasn't conquered by Michael or Chris, but rather Tariq and Mansour. He said the Iberian architecture wasn't made to look like a hut in Kenya, but rather the palaces.
See, the motherfuckers like him try to talk about dark nations in Africa, like black nations in Africa, like Kenya say a hut. Bro, West Africa got some of the greatest civilizations and some of the greatest buildings. You know, look at Mali. You know, they control Africa at a time. They control all of Africa. Even if you look at Nigeria, you know, look at Kenya, look at West Africa. They had the biggest wall. Their wall was bigger than the wall of China. So they had buildings. So I just don't understand when people say huts. They had great civilization in them places. So when you say huts, everybody don't live in huts, man. If you go check in the history books and the artifacts, they got great buildings, you know. And when I said that the buildings came, you know, from certain parts, if you look at the buildings in Africa, like in Western Africa, in Northwest Africa, they all look similar. Then you look at the buildings in Spain, like I was saying, they all look similar. And what Ishowspeed said is it looked like what do you say, France?
Yeah, French.
Yeah, because the Moors wasn't French. And so when the French colonized North Africa, that's where you get the building architects from. You know, I think it was the 1800s or 1700s, something like that. I'm not sure when they got colonized. But, you know, but it's all started with Moorish design. You know, what else he say?
So once again, yeah, he said in this case that they weren't made to look like huts, but rather like palaces in North Africa in general, Morocco in particular. You know, he said you're a part of the history because that you fought along us and showed bravery.
Yeah,
you cannot sit there.
And then he tried to slide that slick shit in there, say because you fought on the side of us or with us or whatever. No, motherfucker, we was the generals. It was us. You are our sons. If you are Arab, you are the son of the black man, and you mix with Latin and Moorish blood, and that's where Arabs come from. And then you had some that came from like the Gaza region, the Gaza area of the Assyrian Empire. But don't try to play like we fought beside y'all like we ain't execute the shit, nigga. We executed it. We was the generals and captains of this shit, man. Come on, like we just foot soldiers. Fuck out
said,
here.
Well, he said, you are just like us, a thread of this world's tapestry. You aren't better than nobody, but damn sure you ain't less than nobody. Good luck on finding peace within yourself, my brother. Next time you see me, don't call me Habibi, because we don't say that in North Africa.
Yeah, I don't know what a BB is. I gotta look it up, but you know, that's give me something to look up. All right, what else you got?
Yeah, that was it, man, for the comments so far. But
I wrote somebody in the comments that said the Assyrians not for Gaza.
Yeah, he said, dude, you're dumb as fuck. North Africans came from Gaza and Syria. Are you serious?
He said, I'm dumb for saying North Africans came from Gaza and Syria. Okay, Syria. So where did the Arabs come from then, motherfucker? Where did they come from? Because if you look at North Africa and Gaza, all that shit is connected. All that is in the same area. So where did the Assyrians come from? Where did the Gazans come from? How did they end up with Arabs in North Africa? If Africa is land of the black man. And how old is the Arab race? Where they come from? You know geography? You got a map? Can you not see that they side by side, they next to each other? Fucking asshole.
Yeah, man. I think we're going to wrap it up like that, Trey. If you got anything else to say before we wrap this one up.
Yeah, I'm just responding to you guys' comment. You know, if you like to join or whatever, we try to set up something. We're about to get some mics in and some more equipment, better camera and shit. You know, we just got to get everything set up. And I appreciate the people that subscribe. And please subscribe, like, share, and we out of here.